Hey there, hope you all are doing well. This is Miles with Labgistics. Today I wanted to talk about some of the risks that are involved for your company, especially with final mile logistics. Right now, due to what's going on with the virus, some of the things you see that are happening in small parcels are exacerbated. You can see local shipments that should take a day or even be same day, take up to a week or 2 or 3 weeks. The supply chains are broken. The manner in which they were shipped may have worked in the 18th, 19th, and 20th century, but the business models of UPS and FedEx, just to be plain and honest, no longer work in the 21st century. COVID-19's showing that. I'm going to show you a few examples. It might take about 5 minutes or less, then I'm going to move on to my presentation. All right, so I'm presenting my screen now. First thing I'll show you is a really interesting website I found called Fedex Reddit. It's mostly, or I believe it is all FedEx employees, and just some of the complaints they get. How many hoops will I have to jump through to file my claim? They don't make it easy. Let's see. Let's move on. Let's see some of the issues people are having. Problems receiving phone from an assurant. Notice incorrect address, but they refused the shipment when in fact that actually didn't happen. Let's see. Package missing since 7/28/20 and no response from FedEx. The honest fact about UPS and FedEx, which is horrible and gives me a headache, is if your package is missing in transit, no one's going to notify you. Just they hope it'll not be noticed and they'll get away with it. He's tried calling 3 times over the last couple of weeks, and each is an hour-long hold claim, which is garbage. Let's see. And that happens all the time. I hate being on hold. Who doesn't? It gives me a damn headache. There was, let's see. Oh, here's one. I get that COVID is causing delays, but it's been 2 weeks and my package just keeps getting put on a truck, and no delivery attempts made. Oof, that's annoying. Sending out drivers without training, no courier training, no walkthrough, or even what the labels mean on packages. That's awesome. I can't go through this much longer. It just gives me a headache. Let's see. There was one I wanted to show that was posted last night that was rather terrible. What's going on with the hold time at FedEx? That's 3 hours, 12 minutes on hold for FedEx. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Luckily, if anyone has an issue, we don't have any hold times. Someone just picks up the phone. Anyway, I'll show you an issue I actually had last week. It was the most recent item I bought. I bought, those air cans for cleaning keyboards. It was shipped from Sacramento, which is about 80 miles from me in San Jose. It was shipped out on the 7th, and it didn't get to my house till the 12th. That's like, what, 5 days? That's crazy. Now I'll move on to the presentation. I'm going to do a logistics risk reduction presentation, how to save 40% in last mile delivery without threatening your customer loyalty. The Labgistics network moves 33,000 packages per second. That's a lot of packages. It's the dominant mode of transportation within the United States. It's over 120,000 vetted carriers. Each has a fleet of an average of perhaps 20 vehicles. Warehouse space, we have a lot. We're not going to be running out anytime soon. That's 3,000, 100,000, million, 3 billion square feet. Boy. Here's our client base, Amazon. Worked with them for years, helped them in a number of different ways, full truckload, last mile, and otherwise. Coca-Cola, Walmart, Pepsi, Costco. Costco is really great to work for. They get you in and out faster than anybody. Starbucks can be great, but if you miss a delivery appointment, boy, you're going to be waiting there for a while. Chewy, I enjoyed working with Chewy, Purina, no problem. Pepsi's a major headache, in my honest opinion. Same goes for Safeway. All of these are our clients. My name is Miles the Bossier. I'm the only person capable of building a small parcel supply chain for individual businesses. I don't know of anyone else in the world, or at least I don't know anyone who can do this or actually has done this. I worked at Japan's largest shipping company, Yamato Transport, Google, and Samsung. One of the reasons I got into the logistics industry is because I self-taught myself Korean and Japanese by watching movies and TV shows and became fluent. I wanted some way to kind of leverage my language skills. So to do that, I joined in logistics, where you get to speak with a lot of different people and a lot of different cultures and a lot of different industries. I get to learn about just about every industry out there. I also have a 15 Supermicro engineering certifications, which I don't use, but hey, I also have 12 years experience in supply chain creation, management, optimization, business disruption preparedness for Walmart, Samsung, Amazon, and Toyota. So what's the reason for the video today? It's rather simple. I'm trying to help your company earn more money, not just deliver packages. That's low on the priority, although it is vital. So retailer delivery statistics reported that 79% of customers would not purchase again if a delivery was damaged. What does this mean for your business? Basically, you have an 8 in 10 chance of losing a customer if a delivery is damaged. It doesn't just mean your item's damaged. The item can be fine, but if the box is damaged, 80% chance they're going to lose your company. You're never going to see them again. So what does this mean for COVID-19 for membership logistics? Really good opportunities for a lot of different subscription services. You can see by this graph, there's a significant upward trend in revenue and conversion. However, if you're not protecting that revenue and holding on to these customers, you're likely to be losing them. I'll explain why in a second. So I have a very interesting website that I got the data from. 11% of US UPS is damaged. All the packages that come in. Damaged, lost, or broken, or some issue. Fedex came in at 7%. Recently, they've gone up to, I believe, 8%. Let's see. So in this study, 19 of the sellers were some of the largest retailers in the world, such as Abercrombie, Dell, Target, and Walmart. Each of these companies reported that they have zero damage packages in the study. Basically, even the world's largest companies think they don't have a problem in their small parcel logistics. In fact, they do, because in this study, over, I believe, 10% of all the packages had some kind of issue during delivery, meaning that if we go back to this statistics, 80% of those customers are unlikely to order from them again. Here's the other thing that's very self-evident to me. If these things are happening to Walmart, Dell, Target, they're happening to you and you're just as unaware as they are, but I'm here to fix that. Here at Labgistics, we're all about revenue protection, and the only way we can do that very effectively is through logistics. 20 to 30% of e-commerce returns are due to shipping damages. This is a huge chunk of money. E-commerce return shipments in the US total 32 billion in just the 2018 holiday season. It's crazy. E-commerce sales. Well, actually, there's one good point I want to point out here, meaning that because of a logistics vendor, you're losing 20 to 30% because of the returns. So $32 billion was lost by shipping companies, and the manufacturers had to pay for that. That's freaking crazy. E-commerce sales. The impact of COVID-19 will last into the next decade, according to BigCommerce. Huge overnight shipping Huge overnight changes in shopping behavior because people are staying home and they're ordering more packages. 98% of shoppers will stake their brand loyalty on the delivery experience. So if the delivery, so basically, you obviously want brand loyalty. The only thing differentiating your company, I guarantee any company watching this video has a competitor. And the most important thing to prevent your customers from going to your competition is by building brand loyalty. The best way to destroy brand loyalty is so simple. You just mess a delivery up, give them a bad experience. Tracking number shows delivered, never showed up, got damaged, any kind of headache, in which case, as I mentioned earlier, 11% at UPS and 7%, well now and 28%, meaning these numbers are statistically proven. So your brand loyalty is getting killed 1 out of 10 shipments. And you're not aware of it. As we've shown, Abercrombie, Dell, and Target and Walmart have no reported damages. You're not going to notice it because people aren't reporting these issues to you. 1 out of 100 that do have damage will report it to the shipping company, and nearly 0 will actually report it to the customer from the company they purchase it from. Instead, they'll just stop buying, which is scary. 83% of brand value is intangible nowadays, according to, I believe it was the Wall Street Journal, meaning that your perception of your brand loyalty is a huge part of your brand value, which is getting ruined 1 out of 10 times if you're using someone else. By the way, if you're using Labgistics, it's 0.05%. There's so many reasons that we're able to do that, and I'll go into a little bit into why. One of the major reasons, of course, we lower the risk. I'll go into how that is in a few slides. But the other big thing is we pay our drivers $5 as a bonus every time they're able to find a package that is damaged and then have them repackage it. Reason being, we want to give you the best white glove delivery possible. And the only way that's possible is by avoiding this. And that's going to build your customer loyalty. 76% of shoppers surveyed that shipping affected their perception of the seller, meaning that this leads to you not getting a renewed subscription or a second order. If you're not getting second orders, third orders, fourth orders, fifth orders because of your customer loyalty, you're not going to be in business for long, or you're not going to be generating the kind of revenue you would be able to if you held on to these customers. Packaging is obviously the first tactile experience for your customer. It's vital for encouraging repeat purchases. E-commerce customers have with your brand. You don't want this to be your brand. 1 out of 10 times, this is your brand. The item might not even be damaged, but it doesn't matter when it looks like this. And it looks like that. Statistically, 1 out of 10 times, or 11% with UPS and 8% with FedEx, and not even a percentage point with Labgistics. 79% of shoppers surveyed would not repurchase it if a delivery is damaged. That's crazy. So if you have a dog-eared box or an accordion box, the boxes that are crushed together, that's what they call it at the big logistics firms, meaning if that happens to your customer, which it will 1 out of 10 times, 80% of the time, they're not going to repurchase. Meaning that by using UPS, roughly 8.5% of your customers per shipment are not going to repurchase because of a logistics issue. With the FedEx, it's going to be 6% because you're going to be taking 11%, 80% of 11 and 80% of 11 at UPS, and FedEx, you're going to be taking 80% of 8. 19 of the largest retailers reported 0 damages, according to Cost Helper, as I mentioned earlier. The likelihood of your delivery damage increases with the increase of multiple stops. So the more often you do a transfer, it goes on to another truck, it goes into another warehouse, and then it goes on to another truck. This is what causes damage on all my major shipping. This is the major contributor, rather. Say, for example, I'll give you just a very obvious example. If you are flying from San Francisco to Munich, Germany, if you take a direct flight, it's very unlikely for your luggage to get lost. However, as I always take direct flights, I've never had that issue. However, I have many friends and they do flights, but they'll stop in, say, Huntsville, Alabama to save a couple $100 on their flight. And almost every time they do that, their luggage gets lost or misplaced. The same thing happens, not just with air travel, but anytime you add more touch points. Say, for example, if you're shipping from California to Michigan and it stops at 10 different warehouses, that's 10 times the opportunity, if as opposed to going direct, for your company to actually have the item either damaged, stolen, lost, or hit with a forklift, or fall off a forklift, or be stabbed by a forklift. If you just go directly from A to B, this is not going to happen. This is how Labgistics avoids all these major issues. We have two major weapons in shipping that reduce your customer churn. The first is speed and risk. Speed is a major weapon that enhances your customer's brand experience. Why do you think Amazon's doing it in 4 hours, same day and next day? Risk. This is another major factor. Delivery damage jeopardizes repeat businesses, repeat purchases due to deteriorating customer trust because of inconsistent experiences with point of sale and outsourced shipping vendors. In other words, because 1 out of 10 of your boxes statistically is getting broken, you're breaking your trust with your customer and you're losing revenue every time. Here's a performance risk comparison compared to FedEx and UPS. This is a shipment that went from Chino, California to Flint, Michigan. The delivery speed in days for ground transportation with Labgistics was 5 days. With FedEx, it was over 20 days. As for the amount of truck transfers, different places for handling, Labgistics had 4. Based on the tracking data from FedEx, they have over 38, meaning that FedEx is at least 10x riskier. Well, and this is proven as they have a 7 or 8% break, fix, damage, or loss or theft rate, and Labgistics has a 0.05%. So the numbers, the statistics do pan out. By the way, are you concerned with the greenhouse gases? We are very much. If you want to increase your corporate sustainability goals, the best way to do it is use Labgistics. Blue on the left is FedEx, red on the right is Labgistics. Because we do a more direct transportation method, we have over 26% improvement in our carbon footprint per package. Labgistics, as I mentioned earlier, has grown over 30% in Q2 of 2020, just because we're doing such a good job with white glove final mile delivery. Hoping you guys have had enough information to make a decision. If not, feel free to contact me and I will be more than happy to give you any information you need to make a smart decision. I hope I've provided enough information and shown you what's going on that's wrong in the logistics industry, because I'm here to make it right for you. And I'm here to almost act as a sales representative in the logistics field, because I'm here to protect your revenue and make sure your company grows and holds on to customers. I think, in my opinion, the only way to do that with companies that ship a physical product is by improving the deliveries, not only with white glove services, but also with not having any bad brand experiences during delivery. The statistics obviously prove this. I believe without a doubt. It's very self-evident. There's no reason to not believe otherwise. Anyway, take care. Hope you have a wonderful day.